everything, right? You guys can see this thing ain't going nowhere. Okay, holding upside down, freaking McFlurry over here. That's the wrong thing. Dairy Queen, a Blizzard over here. It's come to my attention that none of you know how to package a coin safely, securely, and honestly correctly. So I'm going to show you guys multiple ways that you can do all of your coin packaging in a couple of minutes. Here we go. Let's get into it. This right here, this is the whole reason we are making this video, okay? So this never ever happens again. Okay, guys, can you understand this? This is a PCGS Rattler holder that was destroyed in packaging. Okay, and we never want this to happen again. So we're going to give you guys some helpful tips and basically teach you how to package your coins safely, step by step. So let's get into it, okay? Hey guys, in today's video, make sure you watch to the end. I'm going to give you guys multiple tips and tricks that I do every single day in my business to make sure that I break 0 coins. Okay, guys, this is going to be for all types of packaging, large, super large, and small. So, and I have multiple ways for each, for each item. So make sure you watch till the end. And if you like today's video, make sure to subscribe, guys. It really does help me out. It makes me, know that you guys are liking the videos that I'm putting out. So feel free to subscribe if you like the video. Here we go. Okay, so very, very first and foremost, I want to talk about shipping coins in either a PCGS, NGC, or whichever, box you prefer. We're going to use a PCGS box for this demonstration right here, okay? So, imagine you get this in a box, right? And all you hear is this. I'm going to want to know what's in there, right? Basically, what we want to do is we want to make it so that the person, meaning the person receiving the package, and all the people's hands that it goes through at the post office and everywhere else basically have no idea what's inside of this box. Okay, so right here we're going to open it up and you're going to see a few problems. Okay, so let's say that you bought these 4 coins, right? First of all, we didn't empty out the entire box. Okay, that's going to end up shaking around. Okay, second of all, which a lot of dealers won't really care too much about this, but I'm just going to be talking about it because we're talking about every single basically situation here. So there's an NGC coin in here. The NGC coins do not fit in PCGS boxes. As you can see, it's a lot higher than a PCGS coin. Okay. Now, if we take this one out and we just have these ones, the box closes, right? However, once you put the NGC coin in, we'll put it right where it was, the box does not close all the way. Okay, so like the lid doesn't even stay put. You just take it off. At least, bare minimum, at least give them a lid that is, didn't shut all the way. At least give them a lid that is, able to be shut. Okay, now we're going to talk about how to properly pack these. Okay, there are a couple of ways that you can properly pack these. Okay, so let's just say you are just shipping these 4 coins. Okay, first off, what I want you guys to do is to spread them all out. Okay, this is exactly what I would do. Okay, now you have a couple of different options here. I'm going to give you guys a couple. Here we go. Okay, so we have a couple of options here. Okay, the first one, and the one that I probably use most often, is put them in a little baggie. Okay, like a little Ziploc bag, doesn't even really matter, little bag, seal it on up, and then it fits way tighter in this one. So look, we'll show you guys right here. Take all 3 out, doesn't make any noise, right? Like a little noise if you, push it super duper hard, but this is what's going to help it right here. So we're going to put this one in a little baggie as well. Okay, seal it on up, you're going to put it right there, right? So now these ones, they're pretty tight, right? Like they shake a little bit, but not as much as without, right? Like, we're going to hold them and like, that's way louder, right? At least these ones are a little bit damped. Okay, so now what we do is we like to put some paper towel in there. Basically, you kind of just shove it on in there. Not like you're going to break it or anything. You could use like another little baggie or like whatever. Anything that kind of just like, kind of like pushes them against the prongs to keep them from moving, right? So now they're not going to make any noise at all, okay? And that literally took, what, less than a minute? 1 minute, if that? It is a pro tip that it is much better to spend the extra time, the little bit of an extra effort to protect these coins, protect your coins, over having them stolen. If they go missing, they go stolen, they come broken, which we haven't even discussed yet, that is way worse because that is on you. That is on the person who shipped the coins, who sold the coins. That is a big problem, okay? And we do not want that. So I'm going to help you guys fix these problems right here and right now. Let's get into the next way, okay? Here we go. So once you have this, right, basically then, I don't know why that didn't fit. Oh, because it's an NGC coin, okay? So we're going to use a PCGS coin just for this demonstration. And then I'm going to discuss how you guys can ship an NGC coin, okay? So we're going to move that. We're going to just, seal this up really quickly. 2 PCGS coins, right? They're all tight. They're all ready to go, right? This seals up nice and tight, right? An extra bonus that you can do, again, that is super duper helpful. And honestly, a lot of dealers, they'll probably say thank you because not very many people do it. I don't have one sitting out here right now, but just put like a little bit of, padding on the things, okay? You can just like rest it on the coins right there, and you basically just like shut it on them, and it kind of just gives like an extra barrier on the top, right? So now this thing is secure as crap, okay? It ain't going nowhere. It's not making a noise. They're not breaking. They're not going anywhere, okay? And then obviously, you tape it up, you tape it on itself, you tape it long ways, you tape it long ways, you tape it short ways, you tape it all the way around. You want these coins being secure as possible. That is the entire goal here, okay? Now we're going to get into how you'd pack an NGC coin in one of these, okay, guys? So here we go. Basically, put it in a little bag, whatever you want. Could be like a, little extra piece of paper. Could be a piece of a magazine. It doesn't matter. Something that would help keep it secure, okay? Now back to the little magazine papers, okay? This is a little bit of a thicker piece of paper, okay? However, when you open it, you guys can see it is no thicker than a piece of paper. It's just, perforated, so it takes up, more damage, whatever. Okay, so NGC coins, since they don't fit into PCGS boxes, what we're going to want to do is, let me zoom on out, is we're going to wrap this baby up super duper tight, right? Okay, wrap this super duper tight, fold it on both ways, kind of like a sandwich almost, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to want to tape them, okay? Okay, so once it's taped, right, all 4 sides took, a minute, right? It fits right into that little corner right there. These coins aren't going to move. The NGC coin isn't going to move. Everything, right? You guys can see this thing ain't going nowhere, okay? Holding it upside down, freaking McFlurry over here. That's the wrong thing. Dairy Queen, a Blizzard over here. It's not going to go anywhere. I'm pretty confident in this packing. Okay, guys, so we're going to seal it back up. And, and then what obviously you're going to stop talking. You're just going to want to tape, it like this. So then, nobody can open the lid, obviously. Then you're going to want to do it long ways. And then, you can do it on the bottom even. You can do it again and again and again. And it makes it 10 times more safe, okay? Now we're going to get into the next reason. Alrighty, everybody. This is the double row box, okay? This is like basically a pretty big staple for most coin dealers, okay? Being completely honest, plenty of coin dealers ship coins in these boxes, and yeah, a lot of them are pretty good, but some of them, sometimes you guys mess it up. So, first off, we're going to look at the discrepancy right there in the middle. Obviously, these coins are going to be flying all ways upside down and over the place. They're going to get chipped on the back, these little rims right here that are pretty flimsy. When they bang up against each other, they're going to get broken. They're going to get cracked. And if you guys don't know, dealers often can't sell a coin with a chipped rim. With a chipped corner. The collectors don't like that. They don't want to see that. They don't want that. So, just do the exact same thing. Okay, guys? Here, if you guys are, a little bit better, here, we're going to grab some bubble wrap, right? Put them in the bubble wrap. We're just going to wrap them up and around. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tape that closed again on all 4 sides. These things are not going anywhere. And then they basically fit right there. That is the bare minimum, okay? Yes, it's still going to move around like this, but I want to show you guys one simple tip. I swear on my life, it takes 10 seconds. Here we go. Watch this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. You put the little piece of tape right on one of the corners, usually the bottom, but I couldn't think of it at the moment. Look at this. Watch this. We're going to take this piece out, shake it individually. This thing, most of the time, isn't going to go anywhere. There's a little bit of wiggle room, but that's because we didn't tape the corners and stuff. It's not going to go anywhere, okay? Now, we're going to be discussing the other side, which is much more common, okay? If you pack coins like this, tight to the brim, right? Some dealers, which is exactly how this coin got cracked, you will see some dealers, you know, there's a little bit of extra room right there, right? They'll try and cram this one in there as much as they can. And yes, you are correct. There's no shaking. They are not going to be moving. However, it is so tight that any movement, any, you know, banging up against the box is going to break under pressure. And coins often, you know, like, look, I can't even get this one out because it's so tight. You know, I'm going to have to basically force my way out of it. And then it's going to end up, you know, cracking the end one. And then there's a whole, you know, whole spiel that's just terrible. We don't want that to happen, right? So I'm going to teach you guys at least 1 or 2 ways how to make this a little bit better. Okay, one way that is okay, but it's not great, is you can take a couple of the coins out, and what you can do is you can place business cards on each side of the coin. Okay, this is going to kind of keep each individual coin from, you know, rattling against each other and hitting the corners and all that kind of good stuff. You know, like it can't really, like, you know, rub against each corner if there's a divider, right? That way is okay. You know, it is an option, but however, it is not my favorite. Okay, this option is not my favorite, just because then when you're sealing the box again, you know, they're at least, you know, like a couple centimeters higher than the coins, so they don't always fit. Okay, the option that I personally use is to take a couple of the coins out, you know, usually on like each side, right? There's no need to, you know, have coins on each side. So what we usually do is we just take some packing paper. This is kind of a big piece. So, you know, you can kind of, you know, rip it in half. And then basically what you're going to do is on this side, you're going to pack it. And then you're going to smush it. This is a little bit of a harder piece of paper, but you're going to smush it. And then on this side, you're going to come over here and you're going to, you know, smush this one as well. Now, this one won't be as tight, so there will be a little bit of wiggle room, okay? However, I want to discuss this next piece, which is important, okay? So there's a little bit of wiggle room right now. Obviously, there's a little bit of room waiting to get jammed, right? Now, basically what you want to do is you fold this piece over and, you know, you put some stuff on the bottom here. And what you're going to do is, now that's kind of packed, what you're going to want to do, ooh, you lost a coin right there, is, yes, now it is a little bit higher, but it's sealed because there's some paper protecting the coins on the top, and so that kind of holds the coins from jiggling around. Now, this one is not as sturdy as the, you know, PCGS version that we showed. Yes, you might break a coin every so often in here, but I would say 9.5 times out of 10, this way is pretty sturdy. Some people might not like that I just said that. They might be like, oh, when you stack coins like this, it's, you know, inevitable. Well, I ship coins quite a lot, guys. You know, it doesn't happen as much as you'd think to me. So, you know, rarely, none, actually. Just being completely honest, you know, if you pack it a little bit lighter, and if you put padding on both sides, or even, you know, all three in the middle and on the side, and then pack the top, then it's going to be pretty sturdy. You tape it shut. It's not going to move around. It's not going to jingle, jangle. It's not going to crack. Okay. Now we're going to go to the next way, which is, I think, the most common thing that people, you know, come into contact with. So most collectors, most dealers that I know, you know, if they're not buying from a dealer, basically most people who don't know what they're doing are going to be, you know, the new collectors, the new dealers, and usually you're going to be buying a smaller package from them, right? So why don't we use a small package? This is usually where most cracked slabs come, is out of a smaller manila folder. I call them vanilla folders just because I could never say it right as a kid. You know, usually, basically what I've gotten it from eBay is a coin. Not even like that. That's like at least, you know, the bare minimum. They just shut it like this, and you get it just like this, right? You know, the coin, it just literally like falls right out onto the table. You know, it's been banging up against the wall all day, every single day. You know, the very, 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 very bare minimum that we're going to be discussing right here. You know, if you can't do this, I don't know what to tell you. You know, so basically there are multiple ways that we can do this, where we can put a little baggie around it. You know, if you're just getting a couple coins, basically seal the bag up and at least, you know, put it in and make it so like it doesn't, you know, wiggle around. Okay, guys, you know, that is like the very, very basic bare necessities, bare minimum over here. Sorry about that, y'all. Another good way to kind of help that it doesn't like shake around is, again, put that little roll of tape on there. You know, it's kind of like that little sticky little thing. Open it up and kind of just, you know, gently slide it in there. Once it hits like the middle or the bottom, might not be able to reach the bottom. Just kind of like press it in there. And then this thing, you know, yes, it's still moving a little bit, but, you know, it's not as bad, right? If you want to take it to the next level, what you want to do is you want to tape it so it can't move at all in the baggie. And then you're going to put it back into the bag. You know, you're going to seal it. And then, you know, we're not going to hold it. There is no moving whatsoever in this bag, right? Okay. That is the bare minimum of packaging a singular coin. Okay. That is the bare minimum. And that's what I want to start seeing is, you know, coins not just falling right out of the bag. Okay. Now, if you don't have a little bag laying around, you might not be a coin dealer. You might not have baggies laying around. I'm going to give you another way. Here we go. It's super duper easy. It's going to take 30 seconds. Okay. If you don't have a little baggie, that's okay. Look at this. We have a piece of paper. Just a blank, good old piece of paper. Okay. If you're telling me you don't have a piece of paper in your home, you're lying. Okay. Because I know everybody. So here we go. We're going to try another coin. Got a nice, you know, 81S, right? $150 coin, right? You're going to want to take a little bit of care of this coin. Well, not everybody. So basically what we do is we kind of just wrap it, wrap it, wrap it, and wrap it. And then you kind of just fold it like this, you know, fold it around the corners. I like to fold it on top and then on top, you know, both on one side. So then it kind of just, you tape it on one side, just like this. Put one piece on, then you kind of just hold it, wrap it tight. That was not the best taping job, but, you know, that's better than most collectors do anyways. So, you know, this coin isn't going anywhere. We'll hold it super duper light. It's not wiggling, obviously, right? This exact same scenario works with raw coins as well. You can put the raw coins into the piece of paper and, you know, tape them and they will stay put, okay? Now what you're going to want to do is the exact same stuff, okay? I'm going to pull out this little piece of, you know, tape that kind of keeps the coin in place. Keeps the coin in place. There you go. Kind of just pat it down, make sure it's not going anywhere. We're going to do this one for real. And the final test, it is sealed, holding just on the edge. They're just moving along, you know. Doesn't even, see that? That does not sound like a coin hitting the floor. This is a coin hitting the floor. That's plastic, right? Even in the little baggie, see? You can hear it hitting the plastic, right? Guys, got to keep your coins safe. You got to package them well. Yeah, package your coins well. What's so hard? Hey guys, thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully you learned something. If you didn't, just scroll back a little bit and watch that video again, because I think it's some really good information and a lot of you could learn something very, very good from it. So if you didn't learn anything, just scroll back a little bit and watch it again. You'll learn something good. Hope you guys had an amazing day, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Goodbye, everybody.